Okay, all right. I'm making a rant. This is gonna be a rant video. Well, yeah, it's kind of a rant video. And the reason why I want to make this video is because I'm burnt out on a lot of flawed. I'm burnt out on a lot of flawed equipment test. And I hate it's a lot of YouTubers. Um, and I'm gonna be frank and blunt. A lot of these YouTubers, they're just not experienced. They're not experienced YouTubers. They're just not. Okay, when they do these mic tests, okay, you know, when I watch videos, like, and I'm just talking about mics right now. When I watch equipment tests, I'm gauging this by, I'm going to gauge this by the experience level of the user. And there are a lot of YouTubers that really shouldn't be doing videos. It's the reason why I don't do a lot of equipment mic comparisons. Okay, like for example, like for example, right now, this is a Rode NT2A microphone. I'm not really up on the mic, but I got it pretty hot. What it's going through right now, it is going through my 1073 preamp over here. So I got the output from this right here, from my preamp. I got it running from that into the from the preamp, for the mic into preamp, into my mixer USB, so you can hear me talk while I'm doing this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the volume down. I'm going to turn the volume down, and I'm going to switch out mics. I'm going to do this in real time, so that way you can see I'm not editing the video or anything like that. I'm going to do this in real time so you can get a perspective of why it's important. And I'm going to after I do this, I'm going to do another mic. This is my Rode NT2A. I'm going to do another microphone, and I'm going to explain why this is a rant video. So this is the Rode NT2A microphone that I'm doing that you're hearing right now. So let me turn the volume down. Okay, I'm gonna have the other microphone on, which is this microphone, so that you can at least hear me talk while I do this. All right, so right now I'm gonna do is I'm switching out this microphone, and I'm gonna switch to the warm audio. And we're gonna switch out to the warm audio. So. And I'm switching out this, and I'm going to use the same 1073 style preamp over there. Okay. Okay. Switch this out. Change out the. Okay. Now I'm going to put on the warm audio. And I'm gonna let you hear the warm audio's microphone. So I'm gonna put on, and this is a really nice shock mount that came with this This is the warm audio 47 Junior that you're about to hear. So we're gonna plug this up. As soon as I get this screwed on. Okay, I'm gonna tighten this up. Now we're gonna put all right, go back. I'm gonna tighten this up. And I'm gonna adjust this a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it back up. Okay. Now we're going to turn the volume back up on the preamp, and then I'm going to let you hear the warm audio. Okay, I'm gonna turn this microphone down. Now this is the warm audio. This is the warm audio microphone. Let me give you some volume so you can hear the warm audio's microphone. Now this microphone is a little bit brighter than the Rode, but it still has a nice warm tone to it. So it's really depends on. Well, I don't need to put I would have put a pop filter, but so I just wanted you to get an idea of this microphone and what it sounds like. And so now what I'm going to do now is, of course, it does have a roll off of low end. I'm going to take that off. I probably made a little click, but that's okay. So but you still can hear the microphone. I'm gonna take out a cardio pattern. Let me so it doesn't pop again let me move this out the way. Let me turn that down. Okay, so now I have it in figure 8, and then I'm just gonna put it in the other pattern. Okay, so now this is, like I said, this is the warm audio. This is I got it on this setting. I'm put it back in cardio. And kind of let you hear. Okay, now that's I changed the pad setting on the back because I had the different pad setting. But this is what the warm audio 47 Junior microphone in a really good vocal setting. This is a really good vocal setting setting for the microphone. So this is what the warm audio 47. So now I'm going to turn the volume back down, and then I'm going to go to this microphone, and then I'm going to do the rant. But this is what it sounds. This microphone sound like coming through the 1073 style preamp. On the in the rack over here, you can probably see the lights flashing as I talk. That's the Neve style 1073 preamp with this microphone. Okay, let me all right, let me turn the volume down, switch mics. I'm gonna turn this microphone down and unplug it, and I'm gonna continue with the rant. So I'm turning this other microphone back up. All right. And you probably automatically hear a difference even with this mic compared to from the warm audio and the Rode. But let me turn the preamp and I'm gonna turn the preamp and the microphone off. So all right, so as I continue, and with this gear on, it gets warm up here. So I'm going to pull this out of the channel. Okay. So we're rolling still. So I'm going to adjust my little microphone here. I'm going to adjust the microphone. Test 1, 2. There we go. All right, let me listen to on my headphone. There we go. Yep. Okay. As you can see, this microphone on me, this is I use it for my podcasting because it's a Marshall, the Marshall MXL V67, and it's good enough for vocals. It's definitely better than the webcam. It's definitely better than the webcam's microphone. But and I'm running it through this preamp, so yeah, I can always give it a little bit more warmth, but it's a lower quality microphone. So turn my fan back on because it's kind of warm a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the rant, and this is not gonna be very long, but this is a rant. When I watch, and I'm on YouTube right now, and it's like, different people that do tests and stuff like that. The problem that I have with these people's tests, okay, is this. A lot of times these people will be a lot more critical, like the warm audio, or maybe the Rode or whatever, or even these microphones. But when I'm listening through, they're using, and you can use whatever you want to test it, whatever the case. But I'm just like this. These guys are using the Focusrite, like a 2i2 or something like that, the preamp interfaces. And I'm just gonna be real with you guys. The preamps in audio interfaces are so plain. You're not giving microphones like the Rode, you're not giving microphones like that Warm 47 or any microphone. I don't care if it's a $3,000 microphone. If you use those low-end microphone preamps, you're not going to get the best results. You're going to get okay results, which can make you think that the microphone isn't that great. What I'm trying to say is, a really great microphone paired with a really good preamp makes all the difference in the world. But an okay microphone, a budget microphone in a budget low-end preamp, is going to be bare minimum to get you by. But if you have at least a decent microphone, but a really nice, better preamp than your audio interface, especially I've never heard, I don't care if it's even the Apollo Unison preamps, I've never heard the preamps that sound like a 73 or the Avalon or the Universal Audio and so forth. I can go through all my external preamps over there. They're warmer. They make your vocals sound a lot better. Like right now, I was using the preamp I was using the preamp in the mixer, then I switched over to Art, and the Art sound warmer. Now, does it sound like my 73s over there or my Avalon? No. But it's definitely better than the preamp that's in this mixer. The preamp in this mixer is just okay. So these guys are doing these comparisons, and they're, when they're giving these microphones, like for example, I'll inlay this. I'll go back to the warm audio microphones. These guys are giving the warm audio microphones, they're not giving them great reviews, but they're using a Focusrite 2i2 preamp. How about use a real preamp? And the reason why I'm saying it, and the reason why I'm being, the reason I'm saying this is this. If I sit there and I listen to when Joe Correll runs that through even the warm audio preamps, that same microphone, the 47 that he's ran through a 73, even the warm audio 73 preamp, it sounds a lot better. It's the same thing when Sylvia Master was using the warm audio microphones and running it through this, the tone beast and the different types of higher quality preamps. She wasn't using an audio interface preamp. She's using higher quality preamps. The microphones shine a lot better. So these audio interfaces preamps, if you got one and that's all you have, what I'm saying is it will get you by. It will definitely get you by. But if you want to warm up your vocals and make them sound like pro level studio, you have to invest in a good preamp. That's just the way it is. I just, those almost every audio interface that I know of, that with the preamp, just the preamp alone, for vocals, you can probably get away with those audio interface preamps, maybe for a bass or a guitar or whatever, and then maybe use some plugins like a amp modeling program or something like that to warm it up or whatever. But vocals are critical, because that's what you hear on the records when you're doing vocal record is the vocals. So I'm going to end the video. Like I said, these guys are doing these tests, and when I see how they're doing their tests, when it's kind of like when I see guys that give the warm audio microphones as an example, these just aren't that great microphones. But then I look what they're using. Well, I'm just using the 2i2 and this is my settings or whatever, and I see a lot of guys using that, and then I turn around and I see Grammy award winning engineers like Joe Correll and Sylvia Massey and so forth using warm audios, and then I listen to their results and their results sound amazing. It ain't the microphones, guys. It's them. It's those YouTubers. That's what I'm saying. All those guys, like this one guy does microphone tests. He used all his tests through his Focusrite that interface you're not going to make that microphone shine. Even when he's using a $3,000 microphone, when I listen to his results, they don't sound that. I'm like, that's not how a U87 on millions of records I've heard sound. It makes that UA7 microphone sound low end. Now the guy runs it through, he's got a Universal Audio 610 preamp on his rack. I'm like, that's what you run that microphone through. You run it through that high-end preamp, because that's what you're going to get. That's what they're going to do in a pro level studio. They're going to run it through a high-end pro level preamp. They're not going to run it through an interface preamp. Most of those commercial studios don't even have interfaces with preamps. They have just converters, and then they run it either through the console's preamps, or they use an external preamp like those 73s. That's what you're hearing. So this is my rant, and I know some people that might watch this channel right now might be a little man. Well, all I got is just an interface with just the preamps. So are you saying my preamps aren't that good? I'm saying the preamps and audio interfaces are okay. You can get by, but your microphone is not going to shine until you run it through a better sounding preamp. This is the thing when they always talk about preamps in color and the warmth and color and the fatness of it's, that's what they're doing in these commercial studios. That's what's giving them, that's probably fourth of that high-end sound is running those microphones through high-end preamps. And this is the reason why a Neve or an SSL or a Neve or an API console with those type of preamps built in the console, that's why it's $100,000 or $200,000, $300,000 or $400,000 console. One is the preamps in it. Your audio interfaces, most of them just don't have it. Unless you buy a Burrow, Now, some of the preamps have a little bit better preamps in them. Like my Mo2 have preamps in them. Those are a little bit better preamps. But those budget, like a Focusrite 2i2 is a budget interface. The preamps in those are just mediocre. I'm just sorry. I'm just keeping it real. Because I've had one of those. Just like the Personas audio box. Those preamps are mediocre. The preamps in my Behringer Euphoria. Even the preamps in this Behringer FCA 610, those are mediocre. They just are. That's why I don't use audio interface preamps. I've always had external preamps because I know the vocals sound a lot better through those type of preamps. So I'm done with the video, but that's my rant. When I'm watching these guys on these and they do these, and I look and no wonder they don't sound good. Look what you're using. When you criticize these microphones, I like, even the budget microphones, the sound, I guarantee I can take my I got an Audio Technica AT2020. I bet you I can run it through my Avalon preamp over there. That's a $3,000 preamp. I bet you that I can make that AT2020 shine because it's an app, it's the preamp. So, I'm done with the video, but that's just my rant. On these guys making these video comparisons and I'm like, I know for a fact when these guys start talking about like warm audio microphones, they're just not that good or whatever, or these Audio Technica or these budget microphones or certain microphones, and they don't sound good. And I look and they say, well, what are you using to test it out? And they, they're using these just plain audio, and I'm like, yes, it's going to sound mediocre. It's going to sound, it can get you by. It can get you by. And even now, I'm not even that close. And if I bring it, I'm not even in proximity. I can probably make this microphone. I know it's probably boom, boom, boom. But even if I get a little bit closer to this microphone and get a little bit, it's going to sound better because proximity also helps. And when you're closer to the microphone, but it just, that's what it is. So, I'm done. I'm done with the my rant. I'm just saying that some of these people, YouTubers, if you're on these YouTubers channels and they're, let's say you bought a Warm Audio 47 Junior microphone, and it's kind of like, well, my microphone, and if you're just using your audio interface and it is not coming out the way you want, I'm going to tell you, it ain't the microphone, and I'm just telling you, your preamp in that audio interface, like that Scarlett, that Focusrite 2i2 is mediocre. You'd be surprised. You're not saying you don't have to, get you a new interface, but I'm just saying invest in a higher quality preamp and then run it through the interface. It makes a huge difference. So I'm done. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great one.